Hello, grade 10. You haven't heard from me for a long time now, but I am going to shoot videos on the topic of the 4 basic operations with fractions. So this is in your textbook on page 21. Okay. Firstly, you must remember that you must be able to do fraction calculations without a calculator. People, this is really important. So that's why the week planner also tells you that the work that you must do on Friday the 29th and Monday the 1st, you may not use calculators, please, people. You must practice your brains without using calculators. And then just a reminder that the whole of paper 1 that you write is also without a calculator. So it is just a good idea to practice as much as possible without using a calculator. Okay, then before we get to the method, I already started teaching you this mathematical thinking strategy where you first have to think, okay, and we write that down as a step. And after you have thought the first step, you then go and you do the mathematics. Okay, so I will now do the whole fraction calculations in that method. And also, people, remember when we did that in class, firstly, I remember that I didn't finish all the examples for the summary with all the classes. So I am going to send you now videos so that you can actually complete your summaries or ensure that you got a complete summary. And secondly, when we did the fractions, people, if we look at this example, I hope you remember that we read this as 1 and then we gave the denominator a surname. So that can be, say, 1 Gomep, okay, and this is 1 and 1 Hannes or whatever. So just remember that. So when you read this, people, 1 Gomap plus 1 Hannes, we said was just impossible to add, people. That is impossible. So firstly, when you look at that, you got a mixed number here. This is a mixed number, people. And first thought is that you cannot calculate with mixed numbers. Okay. Therefore, you have to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay, and I hope you remember how to do that. You multiply the whole with the denominator and then you add the numerator. So in your textbooks, it says you must go clockwise. So you start with the denominator, you multiply, okay, with the whole number, and you add the numerator. And that answer gives you the numerator. So if we do that, 1/2 remains. Then we have 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. That gives you 5, the numerator. And then the denominator, people, which is the surname, is still the same. It is quarters in this case. So now the second step is we cannot add surnames. Okay, therefore, we have to change them to, I hope you all say, human beings or humans. Okay, how do we do that? We have to find the lowest common multiple of the denominators. Okay, so when you go to the denominators, it is 2 and 4. And the lowest common multiple of 2 and 4 is 4. Okay, now you have to change the different surnames, change the surnames to humans. How do we do that, people? Our humans is the 4. So this must become 4 and that must become 4. Okay? That is now humans. Right. Then you ask yourself, how do you get from 2 to 4? You have to multiply by 2. Okay? And then I taught you the step of be fair. What you do at the top and the bottom must be the same. Top and bottom must be same. That is what being fair means. So if you multiply the bottom by 2, then you must also multiply the top by 2. And then 1 times 2 is 2 quarters. So you have now changed, let's say, the Gr maps to human beings. This is already human beings, people. It is quarters. Therefore, we will have no change there. We will just simply transfer the 5. Okay, and if we now read this, people, in the way that I taught you, then we have 2 human beings plus 5 human beings, and that gives you 7 human beings. Okay, and since this is an improper fraction, you again, last step, have to change that back to a mixed number, preferably, okay? Although lots of maths, we just leave it as an improper fraction. So how do we do that really, people? You say 7 divided by 4 gives you 1 whole, okay, with a remainder of 3 quarters. Okay, I repeat this. You divide, it's 7 divided by 4, which gives you 1 whole, okay, and then remaining, if you take the long method, people, you got 7 divided by 4, 4 goes into 7 once, 1 times 4 is 4, then you subtract these two, and that gives you the remainder. So this is the 1 whole, that is your numerator. It's again the number of humans, okay, and the humans remain the same. Okay, this is exactly the same for subtraction, people. So I will not shoot a video on subtraction. So remember, this is plus and minus of fractions. You do in exactly this very same way. So please let me know, people, if you don't understand, so that I can shoot another video. But please follow this method in your books. When you do your exercises for Friday and Monday, I want you to write out these steps. I want to see this, people. So you first have your thought, what you think, and then you have your action, okay, what you actually do in mathematics. So these exercises must look like this, people. You divide your page into 2 parts, the thinking part and the doing part. And you write out this thinking part, people, every time. You first do your thinking, then you do the step. Then you do your thinking, then you do your step, okay? I want you to do it exactly in the same way as I did it now. Okay, the next video will be on multiplication.